Are you a parent of a toddler, a baby, or multiple toddlers or multiple babies? Are you a single parent or are you married? Are you in a predicament where sometimes your spouse may travel and you may be alone with that baby or that child or the babies or children by yourself majority of the time, and you feel so overwhelmed, but you feel like a tugging in your heart to seek the Lord and you're trying to figure it all out? Are you in a predicament where you tried to go to church and you was rejected and hurt and may even been kicked out of a church for whatever reason, or you was discipled wrongfully and treated very badly, and you left the church or you left a gathering of the assembly? This video is for you. I'm here to encourage you to continue to seek the Lord about everything and don't give up on Jesus. And I would honestly say I watched a video last night that actually encouraged me, and I'm going to put the link to that video in my description below. But this video really encouraged me about Pastor Elijah. I think he was on a minister channel named Ezekiel, and he was discussing about a true fast. And he encouraged a 3-day fast, a 3-night fast, and he encouraged no food, no water for 3 days. And he gave the description on how a person should do this fast if they want to seek the Lord for guidance, for any type of guidance. Like, for instance, you might need a church home, or you might need guidance about what to pray about in your marriage, or what to pray about for your child that may be lost in the world and may need to come back to Jesus, or you may need any other type of guidance. But he didn't go into details about all that, but he went into details about a true fast, how to fast. And I totally agree with him. But this the thing. Now, us as parents with a toddler or toddlers, we may not have the support that we need for someone to watch our toddlers, our babies, our children while we do this 3 days and 3-night fast. So if you have the heart to do it, but you're not in a predicament to do it, you may need money for babysitters. You may need the right person to trust to watch your child or children. I would encourage you to take it to God in prayer. God judges you by your heart. And Jesus Christ, He will provide for you in His timing on having the right person, even in money and finances and whatever you need. Even if you have to get an Airbnb for that 3 days and 3 nights to do this fast, Jesus Christ will provide. And that's what I'm hoping personally in the Lord. And I know He would do that for me in His perfect timing. And also, I would like to encourage you to pray for your children, even if you have toddlers and babies. Pray for your babies, your children every day, whether you're a single parent or married. Just like you pray for yourself, pray for your spouse if you're married. And also, don't forget to pray for your babies every day, your children every day. Pray for them every day, because the enemy is like a roaring lion seeking whom he can devour. Another thing that I would like to quickly address is come against the evil spirit of Eli and his sons. Eli, even though he was a man of God that loved the Lord, he loved his children more than the Lord. And in the end, God had to cast judgment on Eli and his sons, and the glory departed. So don't be that parent or that guardian that don't chastise your children that is of age of good and evil and doing evil, but you're ignoring it. Don't be that person. Come against that evil spirit of Eli and his sons. So I wanted to encourage you on that. And another thing that I would like to quickly discuss is I hope that whatever predicament you're in, just know that Jesus Christ loves you. If you're hurting and you feel like you've been so hurt by people in the church or a gathering of the assembly, don't let that determine your relationship with the Lord, because you need Jesus Christ. You need Jesus Christ for your own soul. You need Jesus Christ for your marriage if you're married. You need Jesus Christ for your children. And don't let that, what you've been through, don't let that determine your character as a person. Some people get bitter and they done with people. They don't want to deal with people anymore. God created us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But how can we do that if we don't want to deal with people anymore? So that's why I would encourage you to go on that 3 days and 3 night fast. And even if you're not in predicament to do that, I would encourage you to pray to the Lord about it and wait for the Lord. And in Jesus' perfect time, He will provide the money, the resources, whatever you need for you to do that. He will even provide a quiet place for you to do it for those 3 nights and 3 days. So that is what I would like to encourage you on. And God bless you and shalom. I also agree with Pastor Elijah when he spoke about how the disciples were discipled by Jesus and the order on how it's so important to be in a church, my opinion, a church of God in Christ and or a gathering of the assembly for the glory of God in Christ. You have to be in that place in person to get truly discipled. I totally agree with this pastor on that. And so if you're a person like me that needs a church home and that needs guidance on where to go, and or you might need guidance on the right gathering of the assembly to go, wherever is Jesus Christ's will for you, based on the gifts, the talents that God bless you with, based on the destiny, the true destiny that God have ordained for you, and even those in your connected to your life. You may be married or you may have babies, children. Pray about all these things. I would encourage you to pray and seek the Lord about that when you go on this 3 days and 3 night fast. So that is lastly what I have to say. And like I said, I myself, for one, is still searching for a church home, and I'm praying that the Lord will put me in predicament where I can get some quiet time for 3 days and 3 nights, and I don't have to worry about my husband and babies, and I can just pray, and seek the Lord wholeheartedly the way that Pastor Elijah described it. So pray for me in love. Remember, mercy triumph over judgment. God bless you and shalom. I apologize, but this is truly the last thing that I would like to talk about in this particular video. In the description bar below, I will add another video that encouraged me on parenting by Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell and his lovely wife. This inspired me as a parent, so I know this will encourage and inspire you as a parent. And God bless you and shalom.